Hi everybody, you're here with the leadership team today. We have our principal Kit, our head of special ed services Denise, our business manager Stacey, our head of curriculum Sharon, our guidance officer Mary, and myself, the deputy Brenda. As a leadership team, we've been discussing feedback, and that's led us to reading the book Thanks for the Feedback. And today we want to share with you our take homes from reading that book. The book looks at how we give feedback to others, how feedback's received, and the reasons why there's sometimes a difference between the feedback we think we've given and the way it's heard by the person receiving it. Sharon, what's your take out?
The takeaway that I got after reading the book was that I need to be mindful of the purpose of giving feedback, both giving and receiving, and to be practical when considering the other person's point of view with regarding feedback. Denise, what was your takeaway?
I want to ensure that I have clarity around the feedback that I've been given. And to do this, I will paraphrase the feedback and check in with the person giving me the feedback to ensure that they know I've been deeply listening and am going to respond to what they've shared.
My one was more about blind spots. So in the giving and receiving feedback, my takeaway is being aware of my own perception of the context and the feedback I'm providing, the perception of others, of myself, but also the feedback and the way it's being presented and or received, and taking steps to mitigate and to narrow down those blind spots so that the feedback cuts through both for me as the recipient and also for the receiver. What was yours, Mary?
My takeaway was that emotions distort our sense of the feedback. With that in mind, I think it's important to be mindful of timing and the emotional vulnerability of the person receiving the feedback. What's your thoughts, Stacey?
My takeaway from reading this book was that we have to be specific when asking for feedback, as the giver and receiver both interpret it differently. Brenda?
My takeaway is that feedback's everywhere and it comes in a range of forms. We need to be really careful to make sure that we're both aligned before we begin the feedback. So feedback can be in the form of appreciation, coaching, or evaluation, and we need to make sure that both the giver and the receiver are aware of which form of feedback we're giving before we begin.
Awesome. I'd like to thank the leadership team for modelling vulnerability, for showing to our community and to our staff that yes, we are listening to and acting on feedback. Why are we doing this? In 2023, the Staff at School Opinion Survey identified parents wanted to have their voice heard more in the school. Staff wanted to be listened to more. So therefore, feedback and what it looks and feels like for the administration team to act upon to assist to move our school forward from good to great. So as part of that, our admin team decided to analyse and reflect on why is it that people feel the way they do around feedback, our parents, our caregivers and our staff. Hence we embarked on this book study. It's really helped us as a team learn how to better act on feedback. Feedback is useless unless we do something with it. Our invitation to you, mums and dads, is just like we are modelling what it's like to be a lifelong learner with a growth mindset. What are you doing with feedback? Are you mindful of how you provide it, why you provide it, and what it looks like, not just to each other and to your children, but also to staff here at the school? It's important that we all learn and grow together. We're excited to see what's next for us as a school, as we as the adults, both the caregivers and parents and the staff at the school, work together hand in hand to make Deception Bay State School move from good to great. Thank you, and we look forward to seeing our next instalment.